Hi, I have some good info about chemtrails and the use, and the news about barium and aluminum. I've been trying to phone the Alex Jones show for the past few hours but cannot get through, so I've come on YouTube instead. I have proof that chemtrails are used to help the magnetic field as it is low, and also how barium links to the Norway spiral and the recent one in Russia, and how barium acts as an electroceramic, which means to store energy, probably to increase magnetic field, and the use of aluminum, which is an electrical conductor, which helps the flow of electricity. Aluminum contains many isotopes, which goes into the atoms, you can look that up, that may or may not be radioactive. Most barium isotopes are radioactive. Aluminum is also a good reflector for radiation, maybe from the sun, and can cause a vacuum in space of empty matter, which reminds me of the Norway spiral and the recent one in Russia. Also of how the sun plays a natural role in our DNA evolution, and I'm worried that tampering with the magnetic field can mess this up by eventually the Earth receiving too much of a large dose of gamma and X-ray in one go instead of gradually, in which our DNA could modify to cope. I also believe, no proof is yet, that the slow reduction of our magnetic field is a natural process that happens around every 10,000 years. I have reasons for this time span, and our sun plays a part of charging it up again, and there could be increased death rate, but we will eventually cope with this to evolve, like from the Neanderthals to the Homo sapiens. I am going off track here. I was just hoping I could phone the Alex Jones to explain about that. The government are wanting to help with the weakening magnetic field, but we shouldn't mess with nature. This one is just a theory. Why are the government, or whoever it is funded by, probably the Rockefeller family, not telling us that we can take stomach lining aids to help avoid the illness from these chemicals? This leads to me to believe that maybe the population control conspiracy is true. I could go into a lot more detail, but this is just a quick once-over for people that are interested. We're in a catch-22, but I think we should let things happen naturally. People who are familiar with the sun and the seismology, the sun actually evolves, and we are governed by the sun. Everything in our galaxy, atoms are released from the sun, and these atoms create everything in our galaxy, and each galaxy has its own sun, its own star, and with its own vibration and light, which creates everything in that galaxy. So our galaxy is created from the sun, that's why we can see everything in it. But other galaxies, it's a total different vibration and light, so maybe we're not able to see what is actually really there. And as the sun gets older, it gets larger and more powerful before it supernovas or just dies out into a white dwarf. But as the sun gets stronger, it'll be more powerful with the creation of the atoms and expanding our galaxy, and maybe in the future we'll come across more planets, because at the moment they're just not there. The evolution of the sun creates this, and it plays a big part in our DNA evolution. Our DNA has been changing for years, I think probably since the Industrial Revolution, to be able to cope with the toxins and the microwaves and radio waves. And if this is true about the chemtrails, I hope our DNA can adjust to that too. I just wish the government would come forward. All this information from the barium and aluminum is on Wikipedia. If you've got a bit of background, you'll know where to follow and get this legit information. Thank you. My name is Sean Trow, SeanTrow. You can Facebook me. You'll know it's Sean Trobe because you'll see the interests, and the interest in one of them would be space weather. If you're interested, get in touch. Thank you. The whole world should know about this chemtrail. Although the government want to help, I don't think they should be messing around with nature.